Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game in this best of 3 of the VocTer Gaming UK Open number 2. This is the second game of a best of 3 in the first round of the bracket, so let's hope I get the names right this time. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Daybreak, playing for Team TLR as the pink Zerg, we have Remnant. That was my throat in a cold, and ladies and gentlemen, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Daybreak, playing for Team FM as the purple Zerg, we have Shibby. So, at the moment, Shibby is 1-0 up in a base race that we did see last game. Remnant did manage to get himself very far ahead, killing off a lot of drones. However, Shibby's being prepared already had out a couple infested and was able to just spam roaches, which were able to take down the lings with a good fungal, and the roaches obviously won in the situation of the base race. So, very nice play there by Shibby, coming from behind to take a victory. We will see what happens this game. Last time, Shibby went for a pool first and gas first, whereas Remnant went for the really early expansion. So we will see how that goes this time. Also, at the moment, if any of you are interested, the other matches in this area are: Born is currently 2-0 against Wolfie, so moves on to the next round. Rotcod is 2-0 against Motra, so he will move on to play Born next round. MF Sion is still playing Moomin and is still playing IRB Creeper, sorry. Moomin is still playing Simba. Barbaric is 2-0 against NCB Nortec, and he's moved on to the next round, and he will be playing the winner of LR Danman versus Nifty Nathan. So we will see how those matches end up, and neither player going for the expansion yet. I stand corrected instantly as I say that. Remnant already has his expansion down because I wasn't paying enough attention, and it is about halfway complete. Both players are getting their spawning pools down, but Shibby's is just about to finish. So we're seeing a very similar build to last time out of both players here. I would not be surprised to see Remnant throw... Yep, there's his gas. I am obviously not paying enough attention to the build bar because I'm sick! And the hatchery is down for Shibby. He's beginning to... He'll just continue to drone up and probably have a very similar build to what he did last time. We have a look down in Remnant space. Once again, he's also going fairly similar to what he did last time. And just with him, we will see Shibby has already pulled off his drones from his gas, so he will get that speed, and he has 0 vest beam, which is very nice. Means he pulled off his drones perfectly in order to have just the right amount of gas in order to build his speed, but he doesn't need it anymore, so he's pulled it all off back to minerals, which he needs for drones. Whereas Remnant, he is just mining his own gas as well. We will probably see him doing the same thing, to be fair. And we will see what he does with that. He doesn't actually have enough minerals currently to build it. Nope, not pulling them off as of yet. So he will just continue to macro his way up and continue to drone up his natural expansion while throwing down a spine crawler that can hit Zerglings that try to attack the mineral line of this natural, and also hit anything that tries to make its way into the main base. Speaking of getting its way into the main base, we are seeing Shibby send out 2 scouting Zerglings, 2 more Zerglings also out on the map, but not proving to be any threat at the moment. They're just making their way around. Here we go, Shibby moving forward. He will come into contact with this queen. The spine crawler finishes up easily enough to drive these Zerglings back. Shibby has spotted there is a natural though, so he knows he's fine. 2 more Zerglings will join, so he will see if he can poke in. He will see that there is a spine crawler there, so he's going to play it very safe right now. Queen is here too, able to wall it fairly easily. Shibby knows these Zerglings will get killed off if he tries to push his luck. He does have speed already. He has already researched it and is beginning to get his bathing nest. He's pushing forward. An extra 2 lings have come in. He may get a drone or 2. He does get 1. And is going to try and do some damage to hatchery. But good drone pull there by Remnant, keeping the rest of those alive. And the spine crawler does get 1 Zergling. So very nice play by Shibby. He's going to try and push in again. Good timing here. Will run into a Zergling instead. Does easily kill them off. But he gets a second drone and is able to get out, but loses another Zergling to the aggro, and Remnant now has a load of Zerglings out of his own and will easily be able to chase away these silly Zerglings that are messing around over here, and is just going to be able to continue to drone up, where Shibby, without that harassment that he's been dealing to Remnant, he has been able to just drone up to his heart's content and is now fairly saturated on both of his bases. He's also throwing down the beginnings of a partial wall off, throwing down the Evo Chamber, throwing down the Spine Crawler in a very similar position to where Remnant is. However, his Spine Crawler will not hit the back of this mineral line, so Remnant could do some harassment here, but it will make it much easier to hit anything that decides to get up that ramp because it is much closer. At the moment, both players are going for Lair. Shibbys will finish first. Remnant's is about 3/4 of the way there, and he is wolfing a couple banelings on his ramp for the reasons of many safeties. Whereas Shibby, his Lair is now complete. We will see what he decides to build with that. There's the Spire, so this is an almost identical build to last time. He already has at least 2 gas. He has 4 gas on the field, and is just going to be able to continue to macro up right now, getting 10 lings out, getting ready for the assault that he usually deals around this time. As we saw in the last game, Remnant also throwing down a Spire, once again going for exactly the same build. Remnant does have a bit of a ling advantage here, so he's going to be able to kill off these lings of Shibby. Good micro here, but here are the banelings! All of those go down. Very unfortunate for Remnant. Shibby takes a bit of a supply lead thanks to that, and he is going to push, see if he can catch Remnant off guard, but Remnant seems to be very prepared. He has these 2 banelings. He's going to hide them out of sight for the moment and use them to defend. Sorry, not hiding them out of sight. He's using them to defend his third, which he will be able to do. Nice dance that back there by Shibby. So many Zerglings on the field, though. We may actually be able to pick off some of these. But Remnant bringing back his Zerglings in order to help defend, and one of those banelings does live, gets a couple Zerglings there, only gets 2 more there, and Shibby now has the ling advantage and has a baneling morphing, and 1 already on the field. He's going to see what he could do here, and good timing for that baneling to pop. Manages to get almost all of the lings, and manages to cancel that third base. Really good harassment here by Shibby, pushing forward with this ling count. Remnant having to build 20 lings to defend against this. In the meantime, though, Shibby is just getting up his muta count. Remnant doing so much damage with the defensive Spine Crawler right now. It did take a bit of damage of its own, but it's more than enough to clear this up with the help of Remnant's lings. He is chasing back with a far inferior ling count, so he's gonna have a poor engagement here. As we can see, Shibby easily able to clear this up. Very nice by him there. And his third base is now safe. He's using a single muta to clear out this Overlord, and putting down a Spine Crawler and a Spore Crawler in his third base in order to keep it extra safe from any kind of shenanigans that Remnant might pull. And the shenanigans Remnant might pull would include this ling run by here. And Shibby, not many of his units are really in position to deal with this. He may actually get a couple drones here, and he's definitely going to get a couple drones here. The mutas will come in, but they're going to take quite a while to clear this up. And Remnant can just get out of there. Most of those lings do live, so very nice pull there. Couple of Remnant's mutas coming in. This is what happened last time. Remnant was able to get a superior muta count in that last battle, but the majority of it got fungal. So we will see what he can do here. He's just going to use it to clear up some Overlords right now. Early infestation pit coming down for Shibby though, which is ideally what he wants to do. He knows his opponent is focusing much more on muta production, so he's going to be able to get those infestors out, get the pathogen glands, and get all that nice fungaling done in order to deal with those mutas even easier than he would have otherwise. And we are seeing him also go for Zerg missile attacks level 2, so we're definitely going to see him upgrade to roaches. Does he already have a roach one? Yes, he does. So he's going for exactly the same build as last time. Going to be able to tech switch 2 roaches whenever he wants, basically. A couple drones heading across the map. I'm not really sure what he's doing here, unless he's planning on Spine Crawler rushing or stealing this expansion for his own. But here we go, Remnant is going to get them. I think this was definitely a mistake from Shibby right now. He's going to have to get out of there. Yeah, definitely a mistake from Shibby. Everything's going to die. A couple of those drones do escape. These mutas unable to keep up, but drones have to go around corners. Will they be able to catch up? That's such an unfortunate mistake by Shibby there. No infestors out yet, so these drones actually do escape. So very nice there, but there's not enough anti-air right now to deal with this massive muta count that Remnant has. Going to be able to pick off Overlords to his heart's content. Could probably even take down the Spore Crawler if he decided to engage it head on, but he doesn't need to. He's going to be able to engage Shibby head on here, and Shibby's mutas melt away right now. So much muta production for Remnant right now, but there we go. Shibby techs 2 roaches, manages to pick off some banelings. Infestors are about to pop, and they will have fungals fetch those pathogen glands, and Shibby's mutas are all grouped up. That is beautiful right now. There are the chain fungals, and everything is going to die as long as he has enough fungals. He has at least 1 more, which may be enough. There's a queen dealing damage from the side. He has enough. the mutas do live, and they're able to get out of there. Roaches are able to clear up the lings at the third base. Mutas are still alive though, that's so unfortunate for Shibby. However, mutas take literally hours to kill off roaches, but the roaches do retreat to the spore crawler in order to stay alive. But there's lings coming in from all angles from Remnant right now. He's doing so much damage. He is 9 supply ahead, not a huge amount, but it should be enough. More infestors on the way for Shibby. That is the direction he needs to go right now. Lings and mutas all die so quickly to fungals. Lings also good fungal there, exactly what we're talking about, and because it held them in position, the roaches were able to do some serious damage to Remnant's lings there. But Remnant has a lot more lings in the bank, so he's going to be able to send those forward. Going to miss those infestors there, but he may be able to pick off some serious buildings. Awesome production right now. He's easily going to get that queen. He's going to continue pushing forward, going to get a good surround on that roach. We're seeing roaches coming back in from the back, easily going to be able to clear this up. Good fungal again. Everything goes down for Remnant right now, and this is exactly what Shibby needs to be doing. Remnant is using such cheap units while Shibby is going for roaches. As long as he has a couple of infestors, he's going to be able to kill off Remnant's units so easily, but the roaches will just one-shot everything exactly like that. And the drones even engaging here, killing off the lings. Mutas of Remnant doing pretty much jack all at the moment. They may get a couple of infestors though, because they're not paying attention. Good fungals though. This may actually get a really big chunk of those mutas. Yep, quite a few do go down there to those infested Terrans. Very nice, because they do at the moment get that extra damage from the upgrade. That will be changed in the Heart of the Swarm patch very soon, so we will see how that changes the metagame. It could make a very interesting effect on this ZVZ style. Both players going for roaches now. Remnant 12 roaches in production, Shibby 9 roaches in production. However, Shibby already definitely has a roach count lead with 13-0 at the moment, but he has no mutas left. 22-9, sorry, so very nice in favour of Shibby right now. There are still a couple of mutas, but there's so many infestors on the field for Shibby, so this is becoming very difficult for Remnant to really deal with right now. Roaches are just going to march their way across the field right now and see what they could do. All the mutas except for 3 of Remnant have been killed off, so this is just going horrifically for Remnant right now. I saw a Hydra list den. Was that just finishing, or was that being cancelled? Looks like it was being cancelled. I see no Hydralist den on the field. Roaches of Remnant getting ready to try and defend against this quite frankly superior force of Shibby. Shibby retreating though. I think he spotted those roaches with his Overseer, so he's just going to pull back his roaches and use them to defend back home. He has been able to defend fairly well, but Remnant is still a bit ahead economically. And yes, there was a Hydra den for Shibby, so I guess I missed that. I was looking at the wrong base apparently. I'm trying to work out where it is right now. I'm guessing it is down here. There it is, next to the extractor to minimize the surface area. These mutas, there's the fungal. There's no way they're getting away this time, and Shibby will finally kill off the last vestige of mutas. No, one of them escapes again. This muta is the luckiest muta in the world. How many kills? It only has 0 kills, so unfortunately it's not a very good muta at its job. It's a very cowardly muta. Means it was running away from all the fights instead of engaging in them. This muta's better. It has 6 kills. Don't die, 6 kill muta. Oh, that is unfortunate. So that muta does go down because there are Hydras on the field right now, which easily kill them off. And 9 infestors on the way for Remnant. That's what he's going to need to deal with this. Pathogen Glad's also on the way. That will finish up before those infestors are out. And we're getting his level 2 attack as well. But he's going down the same tech path as Shibby. But the thing is, Shibby's already down it. He already is down his tech path. What is that sound? Oh, okay. It's the Hydra's killing the rocks right now. So Shibby's already down his tech path, and he has been for a long time now. He's way ahead in it. He already has the +2 attack. Does he have grooved spines yet? I'm not sure, but both players going for exactly the same build right now. The thing is, Remnant does have an economic advantage because he's been able to do all this harassment and keep Shibby in his base. Shibby is having to go for the Hive now to try and get himself ahead economically, which he is. Oh, here we go. He's not ahead economically, sorry, he's ahead tech-wise, but good fungals there from Shibby, and the supply count is plummeting for both players here, but it's plummeting a bit quicker for Remnant. He's already fallen behind Shibby from being ahead. So many infested Terrans going down because the +1 wasn't complete yet. Not enough infested Terrans going down for Remnant. He's having to retreat. He doesn't have enough. And Shibby is just pushing forward. So many Hydras right now. That 4th base is decimated. This is exactly what happened last match. Shibby was able to keep himself in the game even when it looked like he was behind, and get back into it and do some serious damage with just a better composition, quicker, because he teched straight towards it instead of wasting time, and just was able to defend himself very efficiently. Here's the engagement again. Are there any fungals on either side? There are. Looks like there's some fungals for Shibby's side, but he doesn't even bother. He just goes for the mass infested Terrans. Here, this could be what looks like the final engagement right now. If Remnant loses this, there's no way he's going to be able to bring it back. But there's so many Hydras for Shibby. Remnant having to pull back. Infestors are just going to be killed off so quickly with the amount of Hydras here. Drones walking straight into the Hydra army. And Remnant is pushing back, trying to deal with this. He has a couple roaches in with this force to try and help out. More roaches for Shibby coming in from the back. Wrong direction, my friends. Shibby regrouping, just going to get back some energy on those infestors. But 2 bases killed off for Remnant is catastrophic. And Shibby has his 4th base up, albeit he's not really droning it at the moment, concentrating on his army, getting ready to deal what could be the killing blow. And Remnant trying to sneak some infestors out to deal some damage to Shibby's base. But the thing is, he doesn't, not that it really matters right now, because he really needs these at home to try and defend. Shibby is going for the Greater Spire as well, so Broodlords are just going to decimate this army right now. 3 infestors on the way from Remnant, and I don't think it's going to be enough right now, but we will find out fairly soon. Long-range drone train trying to keep himself in the game with this mining. There was a changeling somewhere, but it wasn't able to do that much. A couple of Infested Terrans are going down in the mineral lines of pretty much all the bases right now. This is pretty good harassment out of Remnant here. Infested Terrans will be able to kill off this queen. This is actually very nice, and Shibby has pulled back because of it. Could this get Remnant back in the game? This is very nice. Finally killing off these Infested Terrans, so they won't be able to get the hatcheries, but they're doing some pretty good damage, doing some pretty good harassment, and still 3 infestors in this main base. No, that is 2, sorry, that's 2 and an Overlord. 2 infestors in this main base, so he's going to be able to chill for a bit. Good harassment though, able to keep Shibby on his toes. However, the unit count is still very much in Shibby's favour with 17 Hydras, 21 Roaches and 13 infestors. However, Remnant is definitely catching up. He's definitely behind in the Hydra count, but he does have 27 Roaches, which is more than Shibby right now, and 10 infestors, which isn't that far behind. So this isn't half bad out of Remnant. He's keeping himself in the game, leaving infestors all around the map doing harassment, but Shibby is expanding again. He's already so far ahead economic-wise, able to bring himself back from being a bit behind after the harassment of Remnant. So we will see how this goes very soon. Corruptors on the way for both players right now. Does Remnant already have a Greater Spire as well? No, he doesn't. He's just building Corruptors to pretty much deal with Shibby's Broodlords or Corruptors, depending on what he decides to go for. So this is going to be very interesting right now. I'm going to enjoy this a lot. We don't have Hive yet for Remnant, so he's not able to continue getting his upgrades here, which is very unfortunate for him. Broodlords on the way for Shibby, and exactly as I said, Corruptors on the way for Remnant, no Greater Spire, so he's just going to be able to use these to kill off the Broodlords so quickly. But the thing is, after that's happened, they are completely useless. Lings being produced to try and do some sort of run by, but he's heading straight towards the main army. He could, in theory, run past it, but he's then going to be trapped and still has a couple roaches to get past. In order to try and deal with this, he may launch off these Banelings, but that wouldn't be a hugely wise move. He does dance away from the army, going to try and get into one of the bases to try and deal some damage. He's going to go into the 3rd base and kill off a couple drones, also in the main base, but gets instantly killed off by roaches, and the ones in the 3rd base are also be killed off by roaches. Good burrow there by Shibby, using burrow to great effect, burrowing his drones to keep them alive, and then he just unburrows and goes back to mining. Very nice there, keeping himself in a really good position right now. But Remnant's army is looking very nice right now, wondering where all his infestors have gone. A lot of them appear to either not be with his army or be dead. I'm guessing there's a couple still out on this map. These 2 have found this base. Roaches on patrol, trying to keep it alive. But we will see how it goes, couple. And Remnant's expanded up here as well, so he's going to be on a 4-base economy too. But Shibby on a 5-base economy, still keeping himself in a good position. What is with this splitting here by Remnant? Very nice, going to send a couple of roaches forward first, and the Spike Crawlers are easily going to get killed off. Corruptors is so much in favour of Remnant right now, but the infestors are being caught at the front of the army right now. This is so unfortunate here for Shibby. However, he's able to get some massive fungals, chain fungals, killing off everything that Remnant has, and Remnant supply is plummeting, but they're actually staying a lot more even than they were last time. But Shibby is still ahead. Hydras pulling through, and as I said, the Corruptors are all that's left, but roaches in production for both players. That engagement went very much in Shibby's favour, but Remnant came off a lot better than he did last time, producing as many roaches as he can. Shibby's pushing through though, but he's met with a huge clump of roaches, nothing he can do to deal with them, and Remnant still has quite a few Corruptors left, so he's going to be ahead in the air race right now. Zerg missile attack level 3 coming up for Shibby, so he's going to be ahead damage-wise, but so many Hydras. Needs to get rid of them, but he's pulling them back, microing them very well, and a lot of Infestors going to be able to deal some money fungals. And there we go, get some good number of roaches at the top of the map, and some of the Corruptors. Hydras just deal so much damage when they need to, and Remnant's army is being killed off bit by bit. He's now at less supply than he was when he built those units, which is not what he wanted at all. Whereas Shibby's supply is beginning to regrow again, picking off little clumps of units right now, playing almost perfectly right now, dancing back and forth, and he's pulling the drones. Great fungal, gets almost all of the roaches, chaining it as well. A lot of Infestors are going down here for Shibby, but that might be all he needs. The Hydras are going to be able to deal the damage. The roaches taking the shots in the front, and Remnant's army is disappearing right now. And Shibby once again pushes forward into the third base and is going to be able to kill it off with ease right now. Looks like this base was killed off by something. I'm not sure what it was. I'm guessing Infestors. Very nice there by Remnant, keeping himself possibly in the game because he still has this base mining, but I don't think it will be enough right now. A single roach coming down to join the rest of the army here, but Shibby is driving it home. 45 supply to 135. This is just not going well for Remnant at all. He just doesn't have the economy to build enough units to keep himself in this at the moment. Evolution Chamber going down. Queen trying to get in, but these roaches will easily be able to kill it off. So many units here for Shibby. And there we go. Shibby takes game number 2 and will move on to the next round. Let me see if I can check who he is against quickly. That is my Skype. You should not be seeing that. And it looks like Shibby will be playing Robbie G in the next round. So we may be bringing you that. We may bring you a different game, but we will find out very soon. Just so you guys know, I will actually bring you the currently updated bracket so you can see what is going on here. Let me maximize that quickly for you. There is the current brackets. So this is how the bracket stands, with Shibby ahead of Remnant, going on to face Robbie G. Born currently playing Rockcod, MF Sion playing Simba, and Bardirak, playing LR Danman. So, joining me in the next video for whatever one of these matches I managed to get myself into. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.